Daily Show, and I told you a week ago how big this night is. We have Antonio Alves, UFOs. They call him the UFO guy. Welcome, Antonio. We also have Tommy from the Daily Show, and we brought back Angela from the Minor Details is back. And listen, guys, she wants me to let everybody know she passed out because she was sick in the hospital for 3 days and chipped her front tooth. So there's no making fun out of her. Welcome,
Wow.
Angela. Welcome back to the show. Antonio, we are so happy to have you. And I want to tell our audience Antonio's going to tell his story to us. He wrote a book and he wants to take your questions live, and we're going to have questions for him. So please, any questions, give them. Antonio, welcome. Could you
Thank
start
you.
from day one who you are? Could you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Antonio, and I live in California. And I come from Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. Come from Portugal, and I've been now in California almost 3 years, something, 3 years, some months. And I've been in the UFO area since I'm a kid. I saw this different stuff about UFOs and aliens.
Wow. So were you always interested in UFOs, or did it happen when you first had your first experience?
Now, this started with when I saw my first experience, when I saw the first light, I even doesn't know the word UFO. I have 11 years old, and I live in the small village called Vimiero. They have less than 1,000 people, and
Right.
and well, and my parents they have a farm, and
Okay.
it's a country place, Yeah, we have a ranch and farms, and this happened around 1977, and
Okay.
I talked with a friend of mine named Alexandre, and I said, okay, let's go dinner. And this is normal. We do it. Even kids will go out at night because nothing happened, over there. And our parents doesn't worry about anything. And okay, you say yes. And I was dinner, and after that, I go to his house, and I walk in between the olive trees, and I look in the above the sun trees. I saw that big white light, real big. It's so big there must be in the top about four or five trees, olive trees. I just looking that, I don't know, a long time, seconds, minutes, and I come in my mind, okay, it's better I go call my friend for I want his saw the light too, and that you can be look at the light that nothing happened in your eyes. It's a bright light, but yeah, it doesn't feel nothing in your eyes. Well, I run
Right.
to his house, I call him, we come back, and that moment when we be in that place, it's not far, it's like 5 minutes maybe run. We are kids, uh the light, we think it's the same light. They change for the bright white light to orange, and they move real slow on the top of the olives. When we keep looking at, and just looking until disappear in the sky. This is in the winter time. I think it'll be around 7:30, 8 or 8 p.m. And we look each other. Like I said, we even doesn't know the word UFO in Portuguese, in English too. And well, we after that, this is when they start. I'm not real interested right away about UFOs because I even doesn't know what I'm looking. But just for see that light, I started. That light give me, I don't know, give me something knowledge, special. One of the thing I never forget is the time. What I learned that night. Do we have not? We have just one time. We have just present. We have not future, not past. Uh, don't forget. This is 1977. I live in one country. They have just one channel that time, and it's a government channel, and
Right.
nothing come up about UFOs or stuff like that. And what they, and they change everything. They change our the way thinking, and for no reason I start going outside and I looking for start studying the ancient texts like the Bible and another stuff and take some parts from that from the Bible. They look like what I saw. And sometimes the most of the time I even doesn't know why I take that thing from the from the Bible and another ancient times, ancient I'm sorry ancient civilizations, and they start real strange things about dreams. I start having dreams, and I tell my friends, maybe 2 3 days this thing will be happen, and they happen. But that is not a big deal, That most of the time it's like a score from a games or something like that. There was not. I think they try to show me that like I got some gift after I saw that light, and there was like that the deja vu they come all the time, you know. After that, what I start feeling it's what I call the calls. I'm just stay at home and I got some that feeling. This happened. They still happen. Matter of fact, they happened last February in my country, and I must walking to that place. I know exactly what the place is. I just walking and I stay over there, do nothing, just stay. After like I said, half hour, 35 minutes, I have that feeling, but change. And the feeling you must be leaving this place right away. I'm just walking. And well, I was thinking nothing happened, but I don't know if they real happened something or not, you know. And one of the things real scared me, they come start, is the paralyzed. I have that paralyzed. I can move and I can scream. And for kids, and you don't know nothing about UFOs. I just started learning when I come 1987 and enjoyed the MUFO. Uh, this is when I go to the meetings and I listen to people tell not the same story, but close what things happen to me. And this is the time when I start give names, like missing time and stuff like that, because I don't know nothing. The things just happen. About the paralyzed, they real
Right.
scare me because
And Antonio, could I stop you 1 second? I
yeah,
just want to tell you that I watched right before I came on here. I watched Goldie Hawn. I don't know if I sent that to you, Tommy, but Goldie Hawn, who's a famous actress from when we were younger, if you can remember, Antonio, she said the same thing you said. She said she was in a car. She didn't feel, she felt real tired. She laid down in the back of a car. She was at a party and she was abducted by a UFO from the back of that car. And she said the same thing. She couldn't move. She couldn't move. She was totally paralyzed and couldn't move. This is Goldie Hawn. Why do you think they do that to you? Why do you think they
you know,
paralyze you like that?
that was not just the paralysis. I'm scream and call for my parents. There was next
Okay.
in another room. They have no sounds at all, and they have something it's in my neck, but I know this is not why the sound doesn't come out. And I don't know how long time they take. And let's go say 10, 15 minutes. I don't know. That thing just leaving and that's it. And I'm just start run. I'm a kid and I'm just run to the bedroom to my parents. That thing comes so normal. My mother uh, get a little sofa for when I'm run and I go be in the east and our bedroom. For I just stay when I run and not come go back again for my bedroom. And I realized that there was for everything I saw. That is the most that scared me. There was the paralyzed.
Wow. So that happened. What you're saying, just so our audience understands, is this happened to you a lot, right? This happened to you constantly, where they would
Yeah,
come to you at night when you were
when I was kid, they happened, and they stopped after years. They stopped. I don't know why. And they never happen again. But for a while, there was so I don't say normal, but for my mother fixed a sofa in her bedroom because this thing happened. I can't tell if it happened 3 4 times a month, but but they happen a lot. And
wow. And then, so you were how old were you? You were probably what, 10 or 11? Is that what you said?
yeah, they must be around 11. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, could you imagine that, guys? We got scared from dreams. Could you imagine something real happening to you as a little kid? I can't even imagine, Antonio. So, did you actually see these beings when they came, or they just came as orbs?
Well, in the other times, not in when that time when we talk about now, I don't see anything. Or
Okay.
sometimes what I listening its voice, they looks like they come from the wall, call me by the name, you know. But I just look at the wall, you know. I say, okay, if you don't know too much, you scary less too, you know. And
Right.
but after that, they start so things, you know. Uh, you, I remember now just 1980, like the right I got it from the. I think there was the Man in Black too, you know, and all kind different parts of the UFO area. I think I got almost everything. Everything happened with me.
So,
Uh,
what you're saying is the Men in Black actually came to you?
Well, because this is 1980.
Okay.
Because my village is small and we have just school until the sixth grade, we must move to the big city for do the rest of the high school. In the
Okay.
morning, we have a bus, and the bus take all the students. But in the afternoon, we have just a regular time bus. You know, if you go like we have a class until 12:30, you know, p.m. and the bus is just 6:30. Where we think is we go to the road because and that's for right. And one day, I was with a friend and we asked for a ride, and that was my turn, and we make like the kids, you know, five cars each other, each one who got the right to go next to the driver, you know, it was a big deal for kids, you know, uh, and and they come a black car, a real nice black car, and they stop, and I was asked for the ride. And I remember I was real surprised. The window, we talk 98, especially in Portugal, the window is not manual anymore. And we just look the window by himself, go down, and I looked down and I saw a man. There must be around 70, 75 years old. And I asked if he gave a ride, and they said, okay, okay, come inside. Well, I'm sitting down next to the driver, and my friend was in the back seat, and it start drive. That is 22 kilometers from the school to our village. And the first question he made, it was real surprised me. He just start drive, and he turned to me and said, "What do you think about Bermuda Triangle?" I just look at that and say, "What?" Usually they say, "Oh, the school, da 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 da," things like that. No, but this guy just asked like out the blue, "What do you think about Bermuda Triangle?" But he even doesn't wait for I answer the question. He start talk about aliens, UFOs, pyramids, who built the pyramids, even DNA. I look at him and say, I don't know what this DNA is. He talk about hybrids, another word, I don't know what he talk about. And he just keep talking, about all way. And the normal, when we got a ride, they just drop us on the road and we walking inside the village. This guy doesn't make that. He just drive. He dropped my friend. He even doesn't ask where we live. He knows where we live already.
Wow.
And he just dropped my friend, and they go drop me in the front of the gate of the farm. A couple meters different where I saw that UFO with my friend. And he turned to me and said, "Look, I want you reading three books." And he said the names, and I just remember one is UFOs in Fatima. Fatima is the sanctuary, real famous in Portugal. And I
Yes.
say, okay. And I'm just walking, and they're leaving. After a while, I don't know, a month, 2 months. I know that was in the same year. I was with another friend, ask for a ride, and there come a black car again. Well,
Oh,
there are more black cars, but that one. uh, and they stop, and that window opened again. And when I look, and I remember him, oh, and I think it's the same guy. But this time, it's different. They have but in the back is seat, they have another guy. All the clothes is all black, and uh, well, he said, "Okay, let's go inside." I'm just sit down next to him. My friend sit down next to another one. I don't see the another too well. I know they was young, but I don't see because I sit down in the front. Well, he start drive, and they ask me, "Oh, you read the books?" And I says, "Oh no." Because I can find the books. I have too much for studying, you know. I said, okay. After that, he start talking all over again, everything, aliens, UFOs. They are from the past. Pyramids who build everything again. The same clothes, the same thing he told me. All that 22 kilometers. They start talking. Well, when we be in the village, he did the same. That, don't forget, this is another friend. He just go drop him in the front of his house. Even doesn't know. He never saw that guy. He just drop him, and he dropped me after. And he said, "Okay, one day we go see again. I don't know if you see him." Okay. Next day, in the morning, we will wait for the bus, and my friend come and say, "Hey man, that guy in the back, that's real nuts." I go inside and say hi. The guy even doesn't look at me. And that moment, my friend described that guy. He said he have the clothes is all black. The hair is cut like in army. Don't forget, we are in the 80s, and there's not real that kind of style. And he said they have that cool sunglasses, and all the way, he doesn't even look to me. All the way, the 22 kilometers. When I'm leaving, I say goodbye. He even doesn't look at me. He just stay straight, look just straight. And he said, but one the thing was surprised is when I look his face, real, he said they was so white, so white. I was looked for twice if it's like a toy or it was real person, you know. And they say that it's like a wax, the face, and
wow.
yeah, and but this I don't know that this is what they describe in the morning, the next morning, because I don't see anything there, and but it is real pissed off with him because it even doesn't talk any word one word with him, you know.
Wait, I have a question, Antonio.
Yes.
Um, so at any point did you think that, they were mafia picking you up like in this black vehicles, or like did
You
you
know,
think they were
no,
aliens
no,
or
no,
something?
no. I really don't think anything. That is the truth because I don't know nothing about Men in Black. I just know that kind of words. There was in 1988 when I joined the MUFO and I started
Right.
listening about Men in Blacks, and I never really cared about that until 2007. I met the president of APO, it's the Association Portuguese UFO. And when
Okay.
I told them about that story, it's, oh, this is Men in Black. I said, okay, it's not. We like, no, it is not. I said, I don't know, it is, it's not. It's a little, we must thinking first, for it's not. And one day he called me and said, look, you want to talk in the talk show about the UFOs? I said, okay, that was in Portugal. I said, okay, well, and the host asked me if I tell some story, any story. And I told about the Oliver. And the guy said, look, no. Tell him about the Man in Black. I said, okay, don't come with that story again. This is, I never go think it's I even doesn't know what mafia is in that time.
Yeah, I instantly thought mafia. Maybe it's just
Angela's saying that because we're Italian. Everybody here's Italian, so
and
that's why she's saying that.
I'm
But
in
listen,
Chicago too, so I mean it's natural.
Antonio, I got a question for you. Were these Men in Black who we think were Men in Black? Were they Americans or were they Portugal?
No, no, they talk Portuguese. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look like Portuguese. Well, the first guy, I don't see the another one. Just my friend
Okay.
saw the second, the guy in the back. But the one that they seem normal, for see they seem normal,
Right.
if even they said I'm a man in black, I even doesn't know what it is. It's in that time,
I would assume that they were probably aliens.
What is strange is the story. When I was in town, and yes, this is not normal for anybody, even now. Okay, you believe in Bermuda Triangle? You go ask anybody. Go in the car and say, "Hey, you believe in Bermuda Triangle? What do you think about the Bermuda Triangle?" Doesn't make any about. I don't know. I have maybe 14, 15 years old when this thing happened. Yeah, I'm from 65. It must be around 14 years old. Uh, the what that surprises the first question he asked me. This what surprised me because it doesn't make any sense. They asked me that.
Right. That's crazy. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the movie Men in Black, if you remember Will Smith's character in the firing range, and they asked him, "Why did you shoot the little girl instead of the other aliens around him?" And he says, "Well, this guy's over here blowing his nose, the other guy's just working out, and these are all aliens, and this guy is just minding no business." And he goes, "Well, why'd you shoot the little girl?" He goes, "Well, little Amy here, she's got these sophisticated books, too much for a 10 or 9-year-old girl to read. She's not in her level. So I'm thinking maybe that's why the Men in Black took an interest in you to see where your intellectual mindset, see if equivalent to that, that scene in the movie. How much knowledge do you know since your interaction, since they got in contact with you? That's what happened to Leonardo da Vinci. He got in
Uh
contact, and
oh.
it horizoned
Did we
his
freeze?
expansion.
Well, they can be, but I think it's like because the things happen already. Some stuff about in the area of the UFOs and paralyzed and so the light. And what I think is, if it was a Man in Black, what I think is they try to teach me, or open my eyes forever. I don't know why, but for start to understand better what's real happening in my life. Because in the a lot of still, if I go a little far from that area, something happen right away. Like say, okay, hey, listen, we be watching you, and keep in the same. Doesn't go out from the road. Just keep in the road. This is what I believe. What that man, forever it is. What else? Uh, try to tell me, because he said all the time, and he said all the things, and they repeat the things. He doesn't say just one time, we're building the pyramids. No, after he said everything, he will start again. Tell me. He said like, okay, this kid is stupid. Let's go tell him again everything, for he doesn't forget. This this one, and
Wow.
of course, that moment when they talk, I know they have some relative with the light I saw. I always know that there was about the death connection with that light.
Antonio, I got a question for you. Are you surprised that all of this is coming to a head now? I mean, we could see it. President Trump said he's going to release the UFO files, all of that. Are you shocked that this is finally happening? And are you happy with it?
I think it's too late, too early. You
Too
know,
early.
yeah.
Okay, why?
The relation is still too strong, and yeah, and the human beings. When I listen, I saw like the YouTube and listening another podcast too, and what they said, the the human beings is ready for the contact. No, what is ready is me, you, and other people believe, not another ones. Because of course it's different than 1970s, 16s, and 15s. It's different now. The kids they will be prepared for that contact, but I think they still. But it's good. Everybody talk about that. They go open the minds. people, talk and talk, but all the time I said, if when I say they, we talk about alien, doesn't help the people believe there was not any governments in the world. You know, like in my country, they have so faith in the Fatima. It's real. If you talk with dead people, doesn't matter. If they saw alien, they go think, oh, it's a devil or something like that. Depend what kind of alien you saw. It's a beautiful,
Right.
it's an angel. It's a real ugly, it's devil. Depend what kind. I think it's good. More and more people talking about that, but I think it's a little early. But they are in the government. They know what they are, and I don't know what they have in the people does know.
Right.
We never know. If they start talking, what I believe is something that will be pretty soon. When I say pretty soon, maybe less in the 5 years, a big thing that will be happening. And maybe they start say, okay, they don't say, okay, they are here already, but say, oh, yeah, some from the NASA, some communication that they have, I don't know, million miles, but they come a big ship, and pretty soon we have a big contact, and just prepare the people like that. But
Right. Let me ask you something. You're talking about Fatima, and I'm sure. I mean, are you, Tommy or Angela? Are you familiar with that?
I've
Yeah,
heard of it.
I've heard that around. It's an organization, and I guess for everybody who has experience and they go to this organization, I believe, if I can remember right.
No, no. That
So
I
there's,
think you're talking about the three girls that seen the Blessed Mother. Is that what you're talking about,
yeah,
Antonio?
I thought about two girls and one boy. They saw 1917. When they
Yes.
saw they called the miracle of sun, and they saw that there was October 13, 1917. There was more witness saw the UFO. I call UFO the religion told the Lady of Fatima. 100,000 people saw that light.
yeah,
100,000 people. But this everything begin with the Lady of Fatima. Well, they call Lady of Fatima because this happened in the small village in Fatima.
Yeah.
Show to that kids. That kids was working already with the ship, and they saw that lady. But before, I have a story about that. Is before the kids saw the lady, they saw angels. The angels prepared the kids for that contact. They give a drink every time they go see the lady, that big light on the top of the tree. That angel give us some drink. You know, I don't know what the drink is, but I think it's for keep them relaxed and not scared about what they go see. And the kids, but we go real before that. One day, I go talk on the talk show when my book come to tell because this is in English come to tell 2025, but this book come in Portuguese 2010, and somebody asked me for a talking show TV, and when I go out and I go home, I got a call from a lady. She's studying. She passed away already, and she's studying Fatima, and with another man. Both is teachers from the college history, and the government pay for them for studying real what's happened in Fatima. But the government never think the priests they open the archive for their studying, and of course when you write something and you open the archives, what really happened in Fatima, the things turn real bad for that to research people. Well, and I got a call from that lady, and I saw it on TV, blah blah, and I want to tell you something that not too many people know about Fatima. Fatima doesn't start with angels, doesn't start with lady. Fatima start with a code, and the code is 135917. Well, and this is it's a nice story.
Where did that code come from? What does that mean?
Okay. And I said, what? Because I never listened to that code, 1359117. And the lady said, look, March, because this happened in May, 13 May, the first time. In March, they have three people, paranormal people. They study the paranormal. In 3 different cities, they got by dream this code, 1359117. And all that in the dream, they said they must go to the newspaper from the cities. There was Porto, Lisbon, and Braga. You must take that to the newspapers from the city. They don't know each other. We talk about 1917. They don't know each other. And in the next day or day after, they're all the 3 newspapers from that city. They have that code. They even doesn't know why they must take that for in the newspaper. And she said, we be studying that code 1395917, and we don't never understand it. We start studying this 1977, and when I talked with her, it was 2010. I never met that lady before, and this is funny because if you remember what the guy said in the drive for reading the UFOs in Fatima, this is 1980, and after a lot of years, they have somebody go call me for a helper for doing investigations about that code. Well, I was coming in my mind, say 135 plus 59. I make all kind of math possible. And one day, I was in the living room. I watched TV, and they come in my mind, just pop in my mind. Well, the main temples and pyramids, it's have all relations with the sky. Why this number not can be a relation with the sky? I'm going to the Google and I try to find if you have a star with the number 1359117, and I found the star with that number. And I was real okay. I want to go just back a little bit because even now when we talk about Fatima, it's real. It's not danger. Danger was before, but when I start make a calls with that lady, I know I have my phone already. Somebody listening when we talking, you know. Uh, and I said, well, if I go call her now, I know somebody listening to the phone. Well, I must study better. What I did, and I have that in the book, the mail, I mailed to the NASA, NASA here in the United States. I need information from that time, 1359117. You can't believe it. In less than 24 hours, I got 3 different mails from 3 different people from the NASA.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I have all this. If you look the book, you got all that copies from the mail. And they give me all the information. It's not just a binary star, and it's in the Centauri, but it's not in the Centauri constellations because it's more deep in the universe than the Centauri. And the NASA, they give me all that information, and I sent to the lady that information, and she's real surprised, and she said, I don't know, but maybe you can find where these beans come from, because they make sense. What I go studying is 1907. If we know already that star, and we did, that star is discovered 1887, 86, something like that, 100 years before, almost 100 years before. They make sense. If we go to visit another planet, for you tell to the people where we come from, we must use his names for point our sun. And I believe that's what that beings did. They have that code and tell, okay, we come from here. But what the religion did, 1907, they break the number. Instead, they give 135,917. They make 13 for the day, 5 May for the month, 19917 for the year. But I got a lot of strange calls. People, in the UFA area, all the time they said you're nuts. It's not like that, but they can be like that because if 917 and this thing happened 1917, that means they're missing 1,000 years if it was like break like the church did,
Right. Yeah. So let me
Well,
get this, Antonio, let me get this straight for our audience. So back then, a group of people had a dream about this number. Am I correct?
three
Not,
people, three
oh,
people.
the three
So
people had seen the Blessed Mother, correct?
no,
They had
no,
this,
no. The three people got that code, but the three kids saw that lady of Fatima. It's totally different. The kids even doesn't know that number. You know.
God, I know what
Okay,
you mean.
there was that kid is from Fatima, and the another guy is from Lisbon, Porto, and Braga, three different cities. They don't
Okay.
know. They know
They don't
after.
know each other.
No, I'm pretty sure that they know about the kids later, because the miracle happened in October 13th. Uh, but the kid doesn't. I believe the kids they never met that guy.
Okay. So the kids that got the dreams with them numbers, that came before Fatima, right? That came
Yeah,
before the three girls.
everything begin with the code,
Okay.
and
And then
after
you
that, the things start happen with Fatima. We still don't know
wow.
why Fatima.
Yeah, that's true.
I told Fina that I think that moment, or they have some special thing in that area for them, because that village is it's not. I don't know if you have 100 people in that time, because
Wow.
the another people, because that thing comes so famous. I even doesn't know that that my friend, they called Fina, that she told me almost the Pope moved the Vatican to the Fatima. How important that thing was.
Wow.
But the problem that doesn't happen because we have a fascism regime in that time. This is they stay in the Italy. And you can, Fatima. We have somebody try to kill Pope John Paul in Fatima, the 80s. I think there was in the 80s. There was in Fatima. There was real strong. It's still real strong. Fatima, we have a lot of believers in special October. They have 1,000 people going. Now it's a city. You can imagine how they grow up from the
Yeah.
small village. But
So Antonio, let me ask you this, and I'll ask you straight out because so you think this is more spiritual than UFOs? Am I correct? Like aliens?
if you go in that place, you will feel real peaceful.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what kind of religion you are. Doesn't matter what you believe. That place is something, And I believe UFOs, and I believe like the aliens, but if you go in that, you feel real spirit. You feel peace,
Right.
But what I believe that what happened over there was a UFO, because they have one scribe from the witness that day, the 13th October, whenever 100,000 people, they saw a silver plate. Inside, they saw three. They call three humans: the Mary, Jesus, and the Jose. Of course, they go talk relation in the religion way, not in the scientific way. And I believe in the most that people doesn't know what a UFOs is. There's nothing, at that time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I need to go to Fatima like right now. You said it gives you peace.
Excuse me.
You said Fatima gives you peace, like when you arrive there, like you
Yeah,
feel.
we feel that, But you have another. We have a city called Tumar, and the Crusades. It's real close. It's 5 kilometers from that. And when the Pope tried to kill all the Crusades guys, you know what they meeting in that Tumar, real next, and this is more behind the time than Fatima happened. I think all that place, even they discovered the dinosaur bones in that area too. It's a real special area. You know, the first time when the Fina, the lady, told me about Fatima. Well, I know Fatima, and everybody in Portugal knows Fatima. Uh, and I think, and they tried figure out what the numbers is, and I think, well, there must be have something special in that area. And but one thing came in my mind is we never, maybe they tried, but no, this is just a theory. Maybe that means try be together the strong relation Islam with the Christian, because the daughter of Mahomet, the name is Fatima, you know. But I think this is, for me, I think this is too small. There must be have something bigger in that place.
Yeah. That this
Wow.
is this is so crazy because I don't know, and I'm going to mention this. Angela, Tommy, we all follow UFO things on TikTok. Have you heard of Chris Blitzo and Emily Blitzo? Have you heard of them?
No, no, I'm sorry.
Okay, basically, they live in, I believe, North Carolina or South Carolina. 20 years ago, Chris says, this is what he says, that a lady came to him in white in his backyard after he had a near death experience. And she told him that the world is going to change this year. And he told NASA this like 20 years ago. Am I right by this, Angela? Correct me if I'm wrong. Right?
Yeah,
This
but
lady in white came to him, right?
mhm.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say he changed it like a week before. It was like a week or so before the
Easter.
initial date. Yeah, it was supposed to be the April 5th. He changed it like a week and a half or something before that to it was sometime in October, and there was a reason for that date too. I forget.
Yeah, and Antonio, he said he saw the same thing. He didn't call her the Blessed Mother, but he said he saw a lady in white, and she came to him. Now, orbs have been coming to them their whole life. His kids see orbs, he sees orbs. They come to his house. He can actually call them in. He actually has been on video calling these orbs in. So I don't know if he's real. I'm just telling you, it's sort of like Fatima because he said he saw a lady in white.
But that after a couple weeks, the boy and the young girl, they die.
Oh my.
But the another one, Lucia, she lived, I think, almost 100 years. She died, I don't know, a while, but she lived for. But what they did, the church take her to the Spain in some place. Nobody can talk with her anymore until she just go out from that place, the religion place, when the Pope go to the Fatima, and the Pope invite her to go to the place of Fatima. After that, she go again. That was over for her life. She's like,
I wonder. That's crazy. I wonder what like they did to her or like something to give her that much life. Like, did they give her the other
I,
kid's life?
what I think about the religion is they don't want to reveal the truth. She said the truth, because in the first time when they saw this, the kids saw, oh, we saw the lady. They come the cops and they said, "Look, you guys lie." No, this is a kid, 6, 7 years old, and they said, "Look, you be lying. You don't see any lady. If you go do this again, we go burn you with oil, and you must tell the truth." But the kids still said, "No, no, we saw the lady. We saw the lady." That there was not just the religion. This is the government. They will not know tell the people what's really happened. And the first time, the religions, they don't want to real touch in that area. But the people start convinced and believe there was a miracle. And the church said, well, this is a good time for make money, for be a nice place here. And this is why the church, and in the middle time, they just take away the Lucia. It's the name of the lady, the last one. Um,
Wow.
it's
So
it's
Antonio, two
conspirations.
two of the kids died like right after. Like
Yeah,
gosh.
I don't know if it was 1 week or 2 weeks, but they died. I think the
Wow.
boy died first, and there was brothers. the boy and the girl die. There was brother and sister, and another one is it's a cousin from that one, and just still. And the one thing is the and when we studying that, the Lucia was all the one can listen the Lady of Fatima. The another one just can't see, but don't listen what the Lady of Fatima said, you know. And I don't know. Well, I don't know. If you go think about UFOs, they were so close, and they got sick because they were so close of the UFO. This thing happened, in the close
Oh
encounter in this
wow.
case. This is what I think. This is not. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that kind of makes sense because our government, Antonio's, came out and said people have got close to these things and have got sick. I mean,
Yeah.
the government has even said that people got sick from the
It,
different things that they see.
you
So
know, and what I believe, what the angels give to the kids before to sell the lady for drink, maybe they can help me before they go be more sick than the normal,
yeah. Now you said, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I'm not positive I heard this right. So them two kids die. The church takes her and doesn't let people ask her questions anymore. Is that
No, no,
basically
no.
what you're saying?
Just we, in the I don't know, a long time they even doesn't know where the lady is. Well, there was a child when they take away. There was a child. I think she is the older. I think she has about 10, 11 years old. Another one have, I think, 6, 7. So the kids die.
Wow. That
And
that's that's a crazy story.
Wait, I have a
and
I have a question. You said that you
yeah,
spoke to NASA before, right?
I send mails, not spoken. I just send the
Okay.
emails.
Like, are
Eh,
you ever scared that you're gonna mysteriously like disappear or
No,
like
no,
you're
because
just gonna end up dead?
no, no, because I just asked for that kind of style. And if I tell the truth, I never think the NASA they go give me answer, but they did.
Right.
Less than 24 hours. The mail is from Portugal because I was in Portugal that time. You know, of course, I use all the American passport, everything when I
Right.
write the mail, but I never thought that they give me answer, especially
Right.
so fast.
So Antonio, you send them these numbers, and correct me if I'm wrong. NASA sends you back and tells you where this star or planet is. Is that correct?
They start the star where is, and they with pictures. I have a pictures. I have not
That's
here, but
crazy.
I have a
Wow.
picture from the what the NASA take, and
Right. And
she sent me,
Antonio,
she sent me all kind. Matter of fact, I was surprised because she sent me a picture. This is the binary star. I even doesn't know that in that time.
right. And I just want to tell you that Chris Blitzo and Emily Blitzo that I talked about that saw the orbs and say they saw the lady in white, they tell the story that NASA actually came, interviewed them, took them to NASA itself and interviewed them at NASA. That's how much NASA believed them. Now, I don't know if their story's true,
Yeah,
but
what
I
they
think
Wait,
it could
surprised,
be.
NASA or the
I know
Pentagon?
with the computers, everything, the technology, but there was real surprise. It's the how fast that star the NASA give me the answer, because it's not a
Yeah,
famous star. If you talk about the Orion constellations, Pleiades,
right.
there was different, But even I think nobody listening about that number, that 1359117, that number star, it's not normal. Normal when we're talking about that star.
Yeah, that's
I'd be
crazy.
careful. I would definitely be careful these days. Like, I just don't know. I have a bad vibe.
Angela, come on.
No, no,
Jeez.
I just think it's
Well,
so weird that all these scientists and people that were involved with, anything that had to do with like NASA kind of thing, anything with you
one day
called them like
I was in another talking show, and somebody invited me in another talking show in Portugal, and when I go out, I got two black jeeps follow me almost until where I live, And it's funny, they have not plates. Well, they have a plates, but they say Baviera, when I was with my daughter, she has the 3 years old at that time. Uh, And there was one black Jeep go in the front, another one go in the back, but he knows where I'm going. And they follow me almost close to the house. But what surprised to me first, the plates have not numbers, nothing, but the word Baviera. Like Baviera is where they study Illuminati, and the
Oh.
I just think back. Maybe I have something about the show, maybe not. I don't know, but nothing happened before I be in the home. They just left. Both jeeps just left. You know.
So what do you think of that, though? Now that Angela brought it up, have you seen that we have 13 scientists that commit suicide are missing? Do you think it's just a coincidence, or do you think something's going on?
We have no coincidence in this planet. Everything we make, even now, why we talking, there must be one reason. Everything. In my life, things happen, and I say, wow, this is why this happened, because I must see that, and that. That was,
Everything
Right.
happens for a reason.
yeah, everything.
I heard just recently there's 3 Chinese
Mhm.
scientists are now murdered, dead, or what have you. So
Yeah.
this is getting wild.
There's
Yeah.
even more now too. They said they're looking into a bunch more. I was like, what? So I mean, it's worldwide now. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Portugal pops up.
Antonio, I got one other thing for you. I watched one of our a guy testified, one of our Air Force people testified in front of Congress yesterday. Okay. And he said, this is what he said, Antonio. It was crazy. He wasn't even a pilot. He was just working at the Air Force Base, I believe, in California. And he said he's working there. He's having a cigarette. That's what he said. I'm smoking a cigarette. He said he looks out and he sees what it looks like a big ball of light. And the first thing he thought of was, oh, he must be putting up an air balloon or a weather balloon out. So he said, I'm looking at the light. He said, I didn't think much of it. We put weather balloons out all the time. And he continues to smoke a cigarette. He said, the next thing he turns around, this orb comes over to him. And this orb in front of his eyes turns into a triangular spaceship, from a white orb to a spaceship, and then shot up in the sky. He could see it as a star, and then it went away. This is one of our Air Force people that testified in front of Congress that an orb turned into a spaceship and flew away. He testified to that yesterday. Crazy.
I
You
know.
know?
I know. Well,
He was nervous too. You could hear it in his voice. He was shaking.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
I don't
because
think it's
a lot of
crazy.
these military folks and the scientists, that's why there's a whole reason why none of them hardly come forward, because, you're
Yeah.
missing, disappearing.
I just go give the answer for Angela. It's the Swiss blowers. They talk about government. It's one thing. What do? I talk about my experience, and my
Right.
ideas. This it's totally different, But when we talk about NASA, there was just a start, But what you do? But
Yeah.
this is
Some
my
of the
mission.
whistleblowers,
We talk about. Sorry.
some of the whistleblowers, though, didn't it happen to them? Like it was the people that were like upper in like the Air Force or something like that. Like they were
Yeah, when I say
someone important.
whistleblower, what I tell is they work for the government and they was close to the government, and it's
Right.
different than what we talk, what we do now. We talk just
Yeah.
my experience.
And Antonio, did you have any experiences as an adult or stopped as a child?
I have the last experience in February in Portugal. I have all my life. Dreams I have all the time. That was different.
Oh
Uh,
my gosh.
I
What
got,
do
got
you think
I
that
got 1980. That got the mothership 1981. I saw that too. Missing
where'd you see the
time.
mothership at? Where's the mothership? I didn't hear that one. Tell us about that.
Okay, it was 1981. I was with my father. Yeah, like I said, my father passed away last May, and we watch TV, and we have a farm. We have horse, cows, and chickens, and we, we was watching TV, and we start listening. All the dogs make a lot of noise. The dogs from the neighbors too. And I tell them from my father, I'm go look outside, just see what's happened. Well, when I step outside, everything was quiet. Everything. My dogs, the dogs from the neighbors, horse. This looks like the time stop. Everything, no noise at all. And I look up and I saw that big cylinder, orange, real big, big. They go real slow. I call my father, say, hey, come outside, go see this. Of course, that time I didn't even doesn't call mothership. I don't know what is that thing. Uh, and look this. And my father come and we be looking. But before I call the dogs, and I have the big dogs, because the cows, they're fighting with the cows. It's real big dogs. No answer. The dogs appear, and it's a real quiet in all that small village. You don't listen any noise. And my father step out and look at that thing. We keep looking. That orange cylinder, real slow, but real big, big. And my father said, "Okay, I'm go back, go see the show on TV." And I stayed about what more 1 minute, two, and there was, you can imagine, this is because I don't know what is in that time. I even name because just look one thing and just stop and go watch TV. And when we sit down after a while, not too long, everything, all the dogs, the life come all normal. And I go out again and I look at the sky. There's nothing anymore in the sky.
Wow.
And
Wait, so
it's
was it like a big orange, like just sky, or
it's
was it?
yeah, it's not it's orange cylinder, orange, real big, big, big. That's real big. I can tell like that, and it's real far away how big it can be if it's close. It's real big. But the strange thing is the time stop. We have not listening any of our cows, dogs, nothing around. Total silence. I don't know if it's just the time that thing was in the sky, but that's what happened. That's was even my father said we don't listen to anything. Matter of fact, he asked where the cows is, but we don't listen any noise, any animal, nothing. And when I step out and I call the dogs, the light was not there anymore. All the dogs come to me and the normal life again.
Yeah. When you guys don't hear any crickets, like my dad mentioned this before, like, because he went to like stay at some like haunted like forest place before. He didn't know it was haunted. I looked it up and I told him like, just so you know, because he said, "Oh, I didn't hear any crickets." I'm like, that's a big problem when you don't hear crickets. So if you didn't hear any crickets, like, that's scary.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I know I don't listen to anything. Dogs, real big animals around, and my father have sheep, 500 in that time. It's not one. You have a lot of cows, and this is it's business, it's that, and nothing. And I remember my father real know about no noise, but he doesn't really care. He just walking back again inside the house, but there was real strange.
Did you ever see anything that was like written like in fields around you? You said you lived on a ranch.
No, no, no.
No crop
Nothing like
circles.
that.
Is that what you're
No,
trying to
no,
say, Ange?
I don't
no.
know what they're called. They're like,
My father told me one day, this is 2000, when the book came out, he said when he was a kid, he was next the, the cows, and he worked already with 10, 12 years old, and he saw the same, like the time stop, the cow stop, and he saw a big circle in the front on the floor. But after that, the all the grass go down and make a circle, and for a couple minutes, all the grass come up again, and everything was normal again. My father told me that when the book came out, there was 2010 when he told me that story.
I gotta mention this to you because it's kind of weird. So like as you've been talking, like for I don't know, like we've been on for what, like an hour. Ever since you started talking, I don't know how to explain this, but I would almost finish your story or add something that was going to happen in your story in my head before you even said it. I get that stuff all the time. So I'm just kind of like getting the chills over it.
We be connect. They make us connect us.
That's so weird. Like, I mean, the circle thing, I was imagining cows, like something with cows and then crops. Like, I don't know. And then like something with a circle. And then I was going to ask you this. Did you guys ever like find your cows like tipped over?
But Something must be happening. We don't know. In that the time we be talking now, I believe in forever that they be follow me. I know that they know this show they become and they'll be talking. I know that. I'm sure about that.
Did you ever hear
Antonio,
about
But
the
they don't say
Phoenix?
nothing. I'm just feeling.
I know
That
what you mean.
you
Yeah.
know.
Did you ever hear about the, what is it called, Danny? The Phoenix Lights?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Phoenix Lights. Yeah, yeah.
So my
yeah.
dad saw that. And when he saw it, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's not us." Like he was right there. He said it was massive. Like
you know,
he tells the story way better.
like me, people like me, so many things, and I go tell some story happened. One day I was go to sleeping. I was going to bed, and the room is all dark, and I saw a small sphere go through the wall and stop about a meter from my bed. I might just sit down in the bed and look, and there come another sphere, a real small red, go through the wall and stop next to that one. After that thing happened in 2021, and after that, there come another one, and they stop all parallel, all the three, and they start move around my bed. I'm just look at that sphere, and they just went. There was in the right side. They move around the bed, and I just sit down and look, and they stop in the left side. What they did, they start move all together. Looks like there was three connections: up, and stop, and they start again, go to the same place where they come from, and all three together go through the wall. We talk about concrete wall in Portugal. It's not made by wood. It's a concrete. And just go through the wall. I just go tell this because I just stand up, turn the light on, just look around the bedroom, nothing, just turn off, go sleeping, and that's it. And in the morning, I thought that is real happen last night, but I know because I before I go sleep, I write everything down and I have everything on the paper I saw that night. That's what we just answer is for us, people like me, and another people like me, when they come to usually normal, it's a normal. You don't stay afraid. And like I said, all the time I have afraid about things happen. There was one I have paralyzed when I was a kid, because you feel you can do nothing. You just stay over there. You can move. You can do anything. But there was real strange that lights to 2021.
Yeah,
Antonio,
I was gonna,
were you ever abducted?
Well, okay, I have a couple of stories about that. I've
Okay.
been twice missing time. One is 1986. Um, I was with another guys with a bicycle, and they have a guy. We are real close to the gate of my parents' farm, and the one guy said, "Look, it's almost 7 o'clock. It's 5 to 7, 4 to 7 p.m. Let's go." The story is the same. It's a small village. Let's go eat, and we met in the club after we got the dinner. Say, okay, and everybody leaving. And when I go in, almost inside from in the farm, I look up and I saw a red, between red and orange star. And this is 1986. I be see a lot of things, and I be walking nowhere. Like I said, I got that call. I know already the sky and the main constellations, and I think myself, well, that's not normal. Venus is not. It's yellow. That is red, blue. I'm sorry, red, orange. Uh, what I did, I go around to the farm with the bicycle, and I stop in the road, and that moment I see that it's not a star. It's they have in my left side a bright light, that red, orange. And I looked at and it appeared from another side of the road, a little far away. When I drive the bike again, they disappear and appear from the left side, a little far away. And they did for 4 times. After that, just disappeared. I look at the clock. There was 7:45. I say, oh. And I don't know nothing. I'm missing time because I just know this is when I come to United States. I come 1987. And I said, well, something is wrong here. Or, no, I don't say 45 minutes, but at least half hour, 35 minutes is something is not right. I'm go back again, and I start from the beginner, from the gate of the farm, again until that place. They take me about less than 5 minutes to be there, you know. And
Wow.
I was real surprised. And when I come to the meetings, and I was be member of the MUFO, and I start listening to people about that they call missing time, you know, and I start saying, well, this thing happened with me too. Uh, 2018, I was with my daughter because my daughter starts saying things too. You know, this thing run in my family. It's not this doesn't start with me. They start with my grand. Liz, we know my grandmother from there was the my mother's side family. They start with my grandmother. I have cousins, I have aunts. They saw that lights come through the walls, come to the ceiling, you know, and we talk, you know, we talk normal, like we do now. That, hey, you see, I remember my aunt said for my uncle, hey, Manel, you see that? You remember that when I was a kid? We see the lights go through the walls, you know. It's normal. It's like a normal conversation. Uh, and I was living in the 2018. I was living the big city, the capital of state, Evora. And I go in the weekends, go with my daughter. I got the divorce in that time already, and I go with my daughter to my parents' house, that farm. We have a dinner. We play a little cards with my sister, and my sister said, "Okay, it's Sunday. I must go work tomorrow." And okay, I pick up the car. I just drive the car, and when you go to another road, I look at the watch of the car. There was 11 p.m. And I tell to my daughter. My daughter remember very well. We talked that a lot of times. Uh, and I say, oh, it's 11 p.m. It's not too bad. And she look at the cell phone and say, yeah, it's 11 p.m. This is the last thing we're talking. After that, there was 29 kilometers from that place to the city. Next time we talk, we are about half mile from the city, and next to stop sign, and there was 11:12. They just passed 12 minutes for make all that 29 kilometers, and my daughter turned to me, and because I said, "Oh, this is ever already. How can it be possible?" And my daughter looked at me and said, "Hey, Dad, we will be talking all this. I don't remember we talking nothing." And she asked me again. At that time, she has about to 18. She has 11 years old, and she said, uh, "Because we must pass in the middle of a small village." I said, "I don't even remember we passed that village." And I start say, "Well," she started to be scared, and it's better we change the subject. And but she said again, "Why when we run out from that village? Why we don't see any lights from that big city? Just see right here, you know." And it's funny because when I'm a slow driver, and when we go with my daughter, when I go in Portugal, sometimes she just smile and say, "I hope if it's a long way, I hope we have another ride like that day. You know, you make that all that kilometers in 20 minutes." And this happened with us both, and we know it's 11 p.m. and we know it's 11:12. They just passed 12 minutes for make 29 kilometers. You know, it's totally impossible. Totally impossible we do that.
Wow.
So you just lost some time.
Yeah, yeah, there is. But what sometimes the people said they go missing time for 2 3 hours, you know, and after that they go drive. But this happened different because it's like the time go back because we make in 12 minutes, you know, It's supposed like the other people say is, oh, they take me like in my case 29 kilometers. Oh, they take me 3 4 hours. No, they take 12 minutes. It's supposed to be take like half hour or 45 minutes. They take me just 12 minutes. And
See, I've been having that my whole life, you guys, but I have an
That's because
ADHD
you're
diagnosis.
late.
No, I'm ADHD. Like, I mean, but so is like the rest of my family. Like, 'cause we have stuff that runs in our family too, like where we all see stuff too. But so it's crazy that you mentioned that. I'm happy that you mentioned that because I was going to ask you if you think it, runs in the family where you
we
guys all
still connect. We still connect.
yeah, that's how it is with me and like my mom's side of the family. Like we're all like that, but we're all like ADHD though too. But anytime I would drive, I'm like, man, I'm like, all that time passed, huh? And I'm like sitting there talking to myself in the car, and I'm like, oh, like I don't even remember driving. Like, how did I even get here? Like, but that's like I said, my ADHD. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
And listen, I just want to tell you guys a story, and I want to tell Antonio. Antonio, I don't know if you know this. I'm a retired police officer. I'm actually was a detective for 14 years. I was the sergeant in our police department, and the one day I had one of our officers come to me, and honestly, this is a true story. He said, "Could I talk to you?" I'm like, "Sure." He goes, "Listen, I was away this weekend." I'm like, "All right." He goes, "I went to visit a girl in North Carolina." He said, "Sarge, I kid you not, I'm driving home from North Carolina." And he said, "I'm on such and such a highway. It's 6 o'clock at night." He said, "All of a sudden, bang, I don't remember anything. It's now 8 o'clock at night, and I'm on another highway somewhere totally different." He told me he lost 2 hours of time driving home from North Carolina, and he told me he has no idea how it happened. He was actually, for him to tell me this, he was actually frightened by it because he doesn't know what happened to him. But I'm telling you, Antonio, that's what the guy told me. He lost time driving his car.
I have a friend of mine. She go drive from Lisbon to Évora. It's 125 kilometers. And one day she's driving. When she looked, she was almost in Spain. Well, it's not far away. It's 85 kilometers, but she is almost in Spain. And she said she doesn't remember nothing. She's even doesn't remember past the Évora, the city. You know, but she doesn't believe UFOs and nothing that she was talking. She must think about the kids or something, and she just. But this is too many kilometers for she think about kids and all kinds of stuff. We talk about 85 kilometers between Ever and Spain, and this is a lot of. But I don't say nothing because I know she doesn't believe that there's UFOs and stuff. If you go
Right.
talk about missing time, that she said, "Are you crazy?" You know, But
How do you react when people think like, when they don't believe you? How do you respond? Like, or how do you react? Like, how does it make you
when I
feel?
was a kid, I stopped talking about what we saw, me and Alex, because it's a small village, and most of the things happen. I don't say about the paralyzed. Even my friends, close friends, I never say nothing because there was enough already. I said, look, this thing will be happen, and they go be, and what and I go, but when now or before, when the people doesn't believe in, doesn't matter. I'm not here to talk with you for you believe me. No, I just tell the story. If you believe, you believe. If you don't believe, I, you know, I don't change the story. This is what this thing happened. How more crazy looks like, but the things I know the things happen. Because sometimes I listen, and the people said, oh, the people talk about grays, about like I saw grays, insectoid, shadows, I be so all that kind. I don't like call aliens being, uh, but and they say, oh, this is because the movie Close Encounters and other movies. No, my problem, there was not because the most of things happened with me. I saw Close Encounters 1989, not 1989. What the first time I saw the Close Encounters here in the United States. I even doesn't know what grades is. That even the name. Not I all my experience there was not because I saw movies because we have just one channel and it's government channel. And we have the second channel. Uh, I think there was 1994 something like that when you got the second channel. Now we have a under. Now if you go to Portugal, you don't believe me. That guy lied. No, They changed a lot because we have a war until 1974 with Africa, with another countries, and there was a fascism, and the people even can't talk, nothing, and but I will, if you tell me I don't believe nothing what you said, it's okay, it's fine with me. What
I believe you.
I believe you.
I
what
believe
can
you.
do,
Sure.
you know?
I think that they almost like
One
took
thing I
everyone's
can promise for you, after 2 years, if you go ask me, I will tell the same thing.
Right.
so it
You know,
never changes then.
no,
The story never changes.
all the things I've been. No, I can change the stuff for real, make like science fiction, But no, that is the story. That's what I saw. I got another podcast, and they asked me if I saw a UFO just run real fast, like a lot of people. I said no, I never saw like that way. I saw a lot different UFOs, like I said, different EBs, the aliens they call, but I don't believe, no, not believe what I can do.
See, I always think like they take people's experiences like from back then, and then somehow like the government or whoever it is, like these men in black, maybe they like give it to directors and like movie makers and stuff like that. And then they create stuff out of it, and they don't say, "Oh, based off of a true story." They just say like, "Oh, we'll just make it a story," because it's really not their story. Like they probably took it from your experience, and you don't even know.
Yeah, yeah.
You should have been paid on it.
I
Even
agree.
even the Steven Spielberg said already in the one interview, the close encounter they got help from the American government.
Yeah, 100%. Yes, he did say that. And that
Yeah.
one guy, the main character in that movie, that one scientist, he was a real guy that they
Yes.
hired to go to these things. Yes, that's true.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
That's the one
Yeah,
guy, the
Steven-
lead scientist. He was real, right, Tommy?
Yeah, the real footage that Steven Spielberg saw was the real footage of the encounter. They just made it Hollywoodish so the people won't be too terrified because it actually they met him at an Air Force base. It was not the mountain where in the movie it says, but it was actually out an Air Force base. And the president of the United States at the time, I forget the guy's name, actually met uh, ET. I guess people call him ET, but. Um, I just believe that they introduced that to society, you know, because at a certain point they're going to. Right now, we're in the year of disclosure, and I think within time, the slow balling people, kind of like a junkie, you give them a little bit of dose of this, a little bit of that, and then they come back, they want more and more until they. Okay, they get kind of comfortable, but I don't think you're really going to get comfortable, like Antonio says. Not everybody ready for the big announcement because a lot of people are still, as you see, the world today is just nuts.
Yeah. Antonio, two questions real quick. My two questions are, you said one thing that stayed with me in the beginning. You said we're not ready for it yet. You think it's too early to disclose this. And I assume that you're talking about religion. Am I correct? You think that it will ruin religion? Listen, I'm a Catholic, and I understand that this might ruin my Catholic religion. I get that. But I want to know the truth.
I think that they changed everything. Uh, even us, if that being they come with a high technology, you know, we have a problem already with the IA. That's why IA. About the
Yeah.
jobs, about the jobs. If these guys show up, we have more problems because the guys have a technology. You don't need the doctors. You don't need the doctors because they have a technology enough for cure the people. The pharmacy they're going to be run. Because it will be shut off, and we don't need the medicines anymore. This this this
Wow.
UFOs is a real change. And we have experience is the civilizations have the technology less than another one. They lost the battle, and the we be us. The guys, they have had the time and then the technology we can handle. And they
So
even
what?
they just they can work just by we call, let's go, religion, spirit stuff, and
What do
because
you think they
I,
are,
I,
though?
I,
What do
I
you
like
think they are?
what
Like, what do you
I
think they
think
are? Are they aliens, beings, spiritual? What do you think they are?
any they can be different kinds. Another dimensions from some place, like we have in the I have that in the book. We have some ancient civilization. They have a contact with dead beings, and that being said, we are from Pleiades, we are from Orient constellation, we are from that. Nobody said we are from 135917, but they said they are from uh, uh, different parts of the universe, and I believe they are from another dimensions. And what I believe too is that means it's so advanced. They have already someone's already real close of the spirit, our energy, and they can be contact with ours. After we die, they can be contact with energy. I have experience with energy, spirit, and alien in the same time, and I tell you, there was the most peaceful you can have because you have both a strong uh, I will say feel from one part and from another one. They come together. Well, they just take for a couple of minutes, but there was real good.
Wow. This
Yeah.
is amazing. Are you guys amazed by this? Because I believe everything. I believe it all, Antonio.
This is the
Now,
best.
and
This is the best thing I've ever
you
heard.
asked me about the adoptee. I was adopted. Well, from I don't know if you know Dr. Gilda Moura. There was a real professional. She's from Brazil, and she a real professional. She worked with John Mack for a while, you know. And I asked her if she can do the hypnotic regressions with me. We are a real close friend, and she said she did, and I did. I did that, and they come real. They surprised me what I saw in that creation because I was be adoptee or contacted with some kind of ibis, and it was real different. It was not that, you know.
Wow.
I can
Hey,
tell I can tell the story if you want.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, creation style. I think I was a kid in that time because what I saw in the creation, though, I was maybe 12 years old, and I saw a light, and after I saw that yellow light, I saw myself already on the table with two tall great ones and two small ones, the great small ones. And I remember they have a window, and it's all black in the window, and you have a light in the top, yellow light or something with a light in the top. And the tall ones is a little far away from me, and the small ones is right close to me, the two small ones. And sometimes the small one, they go with by his head, real close mine, and when I wake up from the duration, I asked to Dr. Gilda why that being do that. And she said this is because I was so excited and so afraid, and every time that small being go close to my face, I relax. When I was there, I remember I have my legs open, and I have a light. They go through from the foot until my genital area, and I was there. I was not moved. After that, they come another being with a rope, purple rope, blue purple rope in the head. They have all the head cover, and they go just walk. And I feel when you walk to the room, the two big ones, the tall ones, great. They just step back and they just walked close to me. And that moment, I just looked, and there was the insectoid type, and they just look, and they just look to the small gray ones, and just turn and just walk away. And I I was back again on the road, and it's over. the creation, And there was a real surprise because all the time, because I was afraid a lot afraid of the snakes, and I was thinking there must be a reptile, but no, they come the insectoids, and it's funny because my ex girlfriend, she does. It's that kind. Okay, there must be the universe is big, but I don't care about UFOs. Nothing. This that kind of woman. She doesn't care, but she believed me when I told the story. And I have something real strange. Is when the people come too close, or real close to me, they start to see things too, and she starts to see shadows. And I told her, "Don't worry, that they don't do nothing. They just look at you. They don't, they don't say nothing." Uh, but she has a story. It's one day I was in the kitchen and she come from our house and she bring the food for the lunchtime, and I remember there was fish, and I was prepared the table, the dish, and she looked at me and real open, the eyes real open, and I said, "Well, what's happened?" "Ah, nothing, nothing, nothing. Let's go eat." And after we eat, she said, "Okay, I go tell it. I go tell what you asked me before. I go tell what's happened." And we sit down at the sofa, and she said, "When I look at you, I don't see you. In that moment, I saw a bug." She called a bug. I say, "What?" "Yeah." She called, "Yeah."
Oh, wow.
Uh, and I got the cell phone. I go to Google and I show her pictures about aliens. Because she does not care about that, and she'd be looking, and when she saw the insectoid type, she said, "Oh, they looks like this one," you know. And well, it's okay. After a while, we was in the bed, and she looked at me again with that big eyes, and I tell her, what's happened?" And she keep looking, and she said, "Hey, something is wrong." And she just said, "Okay, I must go." And she got the clothes, and she go walk to the kitchen, and I just follow her. And she said, and I asked again, "What? Something must be happening." And she said, "You remember the last time when I talked about that bug? She still called bug. Yeah, I saw that thing again in the bed." She said, "When I look at you, but that was so close, and there wasn't in the bed." And she said, "I looked at big eyes, that black big eyes." And she said that that thing, that bug, she said, they start the eyes, they go all deep to my brain, and I got not a voice, but some image said, "You must leave this guy. Oh, you can't stay with this guy." And she said, that thing in the brain, she said, "It looks like I got a knife and touching my brain. All pain I got when I got
Oh,
that information." And well, that's what she said. And she's
Wow.
that kind of girl. She doesn't believe in that stuff. You know.
So they look like now? This is what I heard because I watched every UFO documentary known to man. I swear I probably watched 400 of them. Do they look like praying mantises? Is that what they
Yeah,
look like?
yeah, it's that one. Yeah, that one. That's the
That's
same.
crazy. Wow. That I couldn't even imagine.
And,
I'd be
and
scared if I saw that.
for what I understand, there was in the top of the pyramid. There will be one of the tops of the pyramids is the
Wow.
mantis.
Hey guys, could we stay on another 15 minutes? Are you guys all okay with that?
yeah, I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
good. I was actually
I,
going to ask,
I,
can
I
we
can
break
I,
it on?
I can say the time
All
you
Can we
right,
want.
like,
I got to get a plug for my computer. I'm going to let you three talk. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to put myself on
yeah,
pause.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Antonio, can you come back on another time so we can you got to know more stuff. Like you are so interesting, and I find this fascinating because I've had so many experiences. So I'm just so intrigued. Like I'm hanging off my seat right now.
That's no problem. Anytime, just just make a call, and I was And
Yeah.
because in my life there was so many experience, and
What you described, what your girlfriend was saying, it's like what the I think it's some tribe in I think it's Hopi Indians. They have it. They put it on the wall of the rock. They
Mhm.
describe that they call them ant people, and they have a different shape and sizes and stuff. And so what you just described is what it's been on, on the walls. If you see pictures of it, that just kind of blew me out. It's like he just described what's been on the wall for anywhere from 40 to 50,000 years. It's just like they call them the ant
There
people.
was what I understand, what the message they give me, and this is the name. The book is God or Civilization from the Start. They make the man, and now if you go see all the mythology of the ancient people, you can figure out the DNA that was really important for that, and this is why I believe in, like in my case, the in my case they're running the family, Oh,
Don't we have DNA? Some people have DNA. They found like alien DNA in their bodies. Like last year, they were talking about it, but I just feel like we're all kind of like, I don't know if somebody inserted that into us, like without us knowing originally. But how did they know it was like? Does anyone know how they know like it was DNA from an alien, or is that because they were doing their hybrid stuff that we didn't know about at first?
if I tell you, we all are aliens, and what they teach me is they come here, they make us, and they make like I don't say 50-50 about ape and the alien DNA, and they make mix and they make the man because they need the man for serve, and of course the humans call gods, but they make if you can select it in my book. I have a lot of parts from the ancient civilizations. They talk about lab experience. Let's go just see one. Mary got a dream. After that, she got pregnant. But they have a dream about the angels visit her. This is like the close encounters now. If it's the adoptees, Buddha, the mother, it's the same. All the famous prophets, they have the same story. They have a contact with angels, and after that, she got pregnant. You know, and this is all around the world. This theory.
Or like, what
And you know
about
what?
alien abductions? Like, do you think like they insert their DNA into us and then bring us back down, or we all come back to reality?
What I think special for the humans, they try to make the hybrids. You know, and of course, I don't know. As far as I know, I don't have any sexual experience in the ships about any kind. But what I listen, like I listen other people in the like YouTube, and like I said, 5,000 years, they they make that experience. It means they try to do better, man. After all these years, and now they start working with hybrids, and one day I believe we have already hybrids work among us, and we must thinking our blood, it's from the stars already, it's not from here, you know
We're
that's
all
and
made of stardust. I've been
yeah.
saying this my whole life, and everyone's like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "Think about it. Like, you do natal charts and things like that. We're all made of stardust."
Yeah. Yeah. and
Yeah, Antonio, our former congressman Matt Gates just came out to publicly said that they have known to let this testing going on. They said there's a lot of abduction. There'll be when the migrate was happening in our country, there'll be allow certain so many people go in a direction to the people underground. I guess that's they can call them. Uh, you just said ants. So he just confirmed what they encounter with the president did back in the 40s, that he says, "Oh yeah, you can conduct experiment, but you can't kill them." So this has been going on before, before we got technology in 47. So this has been going on through history. So when Matt Gaetz confirmed that, when people get abducted, they're basically being experimented, and you mentioned hybrids. And so I'm wondering now, these scientists are coming out missing. There's some videos coming out saying that her name is Emily or Amy, I forget her last name, Eskil or something, but she did mention something in her study, because she's an independent scientist study it. She said they call it P47s and P52. She said they're basically 40P, or like past 47,000 years ago, and we're just, here today. What they're trying to not reveal so soon is that we are the future. That is us in the past. So all these experiences with these orbs and stuff are maybe part of us existed a while ago, trying to steer humanity in a certain direction. Loss of time, maybe put you in a position to keep you out of harm's way for a certain reason, for certain time limit, and then you presume, oh, we lost time. So our own government's now coming out acknowledging what we all suspected for years, but
You
it's
know,
mind blowing.
what one of the thing is when we talk about Roswell and
Area 51 and stuff like
yeah,
that.
I was a I don't really want to talk about that. I have a little experience when I was in the closed Area 51 too, uh, and but like the always we have a crash UFOs. We have a story from I just looking in the papers, 23 before Christ in the Greece. You have a crash metal. We call now object. We call now UFO. We have all. There was Roswell was not the first, and we have a crash. All the story to talk about gods. They have a crash and they kill. Uh, and we have all that story. The stories repeat all the time, and but now we have just say call another different names for the things. But like
I
I
was
said
gonna
about
Area 51, didn't they just have like those 17 earthquakes within 24 hours?
Yes.
What do you guys think
yeah,
about that? Do you guys think
That's
anything of it?
crazy. Nevada gets a lot of earthquakes, though. Small earthquakes, people don't realize. But that is kind of strange, 17 in the last day.
yeah, yeah, it is. But I don't know. I don't know. If Area 51 is real strange, but I think the base Dulce, I think, is the number one about UFOs,
Okay.
and about Ibis too.
So you think that Area 51 is about UFOs?
There must be, yes. There must.
Okay. Yeah,
But
that's what I think too.
they can be 100%, about UFO. It's another technology. When we're talking about the technology, what the government behind uh, crafts, and we have another little problem is, if we have a crash, 1947, and if the governments have a contact with aliens, there was not just about technology, about uh, airplanes or guns or no, they must have another technology about like medicine. Now
Right.
now if they come out with that and say, look, we always from 1947 we have
You're
a
right.
we have had a technology, special medicine. you must the government must be answer for a lot of people, because a lot of people die with the cancer and another disease, and that guys have the cure for that, and it's a crime. I think it's of course they can say, look, we have nothing to do with 1947, this is another government. Yeah, but this government, if we talk about not just Americans, another government, they still
Understand.
hide, they still high, and people die. It's not just the planes and the guns, and it's not just that.
Yeah. I agree what you said about that we had technology before it handed to us in 1947. Because if you remember the movie Cowboys and Alien, that was based on a true event. There was a craft that crashed in 1837 or something like that in a
Oh,
western, and
the Texas, in Texas.
they recovered a body in a craft, and they ended up burying it, and they uh, to
That
this
happened in
day they're still
Texas, I
hunting.
believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Aurora. I think this Aurora City. I think is the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if
yeah.
some of these scientists were like alien and they just went back home and that's why they're missing?
The jokester Angela.
They just
Maybe
walked
they
out though.
maybe
They
they
all did
can
the
be
same thing.
hybrids. We
I mean,
not.
they left their keys, guys. They left their keys, their wallets, phones. They all did the same thing. They walked out, but like no one's ring camera caught it. I mean, did you guys hear those 911 calls? It was insane. I was like, aren't you going to ask about like ring cameras? Like, I mean, I don't know, the type of environment they lived around, like if it was a subdivision or if there was like one guy was in New Mexico, so I don't know if it was like they didn't really have neighbors. But I mean, did he just walk off into like the sand or something? I mean, it just, it's mind-boggling in a way if you think about it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I there must be a reason, and I believe in somebody did something to that people, not the real aliens, But because what I understand now, it's the American government. They start let the information out because can't handle. They can kill everybody. Go talk about UFOs. It's
I
impossible,
agree.
And what I go do, and what I think is, like I said, there's not time yet. This is what I think: the whistleblowers or another people from the governments around the world start talking about UFOs, and that people understand there was not the right time yet because we. I have a friend of mine said one day we sent some information to the space. We are here, like the Voyage 1 and Voyage 2. You can imagine you got some aliens. They have real bad guys, and they have their planets is real messed up. They can be here. Oh, okay. We know one planet is real nice. Let's go kill that planet. We never know. Yeah, we never know who got the call. But for another way, I believe in the aliens. It's here already. The Ibis. It's here already. Work with the governments. They will be helped if this thing happen. And
Wow.
for a long time, when I was listening, special the presidents from America and the one to go in the election that said, okay, if you be a president, I want to talk about UFOs. I want to see all their archives and everything. Close. They don't do. The Bill Clinton doesn't do. Anybody doesn't. And in my mind, they said, okay, if you're talking, we kill you or we do something. But I don't think so. Is that what I think is? They showed them, look, if you talk about UFO, this is going to be happening in our planet. Now it's your choice. If you go be a president, and if I tell, look, if you go talk about UFOs, our planet, they will be invited from another alien, another beings. We will be slaves. We will think, they say, okay, it's better. Just shut up and nothing happened, and that's it. Because I don't believe they said, okay, if you're talking, I kill you, and that's it. No, I don't think so. They were. They just showed to the president, this is going to be happen in the future if you talk about. And this is the scare the governments because, and I said, it's too soon for the things come out. It's good we're talking about UFOs. That's good, but I think it's too soon.
I think that there's people above the presidents, though. Like, I feel like there's people controlling the president, too, though. And
that if you think this, that makes sense. The president just run for a couple of years and get out, and there must be somebody control everything. We know in Portugal, it's the Masons. They control. It's not the president, but the president is just a number. It's over there. And there must be another group the control, and they make sense. They make sense. You just go over there, I don't know, 5, 10 years, go out, come another one. You can't tell everybody what's real go happen behind the scene, you know.
Antonio, go ahead, Ed.
Are you sure?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I mean, I really wanted to ask this. So, do you? Okay, I gotta ask. Do you think that we ever landed on the moon with like Apollo 11 and
I
things
know
like
you go ask me that. I know somebody will go ask me that. That's just a big question in these days. I believe in there was in the moon. They landed in the moon, but I don't believe about the photos, pictures, or forever what they said. You know, if you see the interview one day, the three guys from Apollo, they'll be the first interview. You go see how happy the guys is. You know, they even they even can smile. You know, because what I feel is not they lie about the moon, but they lie. They say, "Oh, I can't tell anything." Well, go, you know, you go. I go all the answers. I go give these people. It's wrong. It's lie because nothing this happened. Yeah. Okay. We have air. We have water. We have water. What? What? What is important? If I said no, we have alien base over there. That's you know. But no, I say no. We have no water. We have no air. We have nothing in the moon. Just dust and that's it. And but I believe that there was in the moon. And
really? So, like, I'll never forget the time. It was middle of the night. Sometime Danny sent me like photos. He's like, "Look at this," and it was the old photos and like videos of like black and white version of them landing on the moon. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, how did that thing even make it like a foot in the air? Like it looked like a cardboard box that was
That's why I said
tinfoil.
I have a pictures on my book about the moon, the land, and they have the flag. Looks like move, you know. That's why I said I don't believe any pictures, photos they show to the people, but I believe there was there, and you know, but they can tell the truth, you know. And you know,
That that is true.
yeah, I think it's more art for them. Well, they're just for them cover what they saw. Then they say, okay, we lie, we never be in the moon. That was more easy, even for the government. Then said, okay, no, we be in the moon, but somebody was there before us, you know, and they still there. If what kind of choice do you have? I think that theory about they never be in the moon. I think if you think very well, maybe they come from the government, not from the people. You know, if I go tell you all the time, no, it's fake. We never be in the moon. You never be in the moon. It's like the flat. The Earth is flat. It's the same. Why become this theory now? The flat. You know, does make sense. It's the missing information. I think it's you call that. You know, let's go tell them. Okay, maybe it's fake. The moon. I think it's a game from the government, not from the. And the people think, no, I don't believe in government. It's conspiracy. No, the government do that for you be missing all that land, moon. You know, that's why you ask, and I saw a lot of, in the YouTube people talk about that. And no, I just don't believe photos, pictures, and whatever it is.
I got a question I think that everybody probably wants to know. And first of all, Antonio's book on Amazon got a five star. So you're doing good over there on Amazon. But other my question to you is what happens to us when we die, Antonio? From this experience, what do you think happens to us? Is it all gone, goodbye, or are we gonna still live on? What do you think?
Okay, like I said in the beginner, when I saw the light, they teach me about the time. We live in all the time this moment, you know. And you talk about reincarnations too,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Are we gonna go on? Is our energy gonna go on?
Okay, I believe in yes, but this is real. This is me. I believe in when I die, and we be here with the energy. Matter of fact, I gotta tell this is the first podcast I said. When my father died, I saw him. He come to me because sometimes I saw people when die. My daughter is different. She told me some stuff is about the people will be die. I don't go through that because she doesn't want to talk about that. And there was not one person; it's six already,
Wow.
just like
Your
that. You know
your
that.
daughter sees that?
Yeah, but my daughter don't know want to be because
I
my daughter
understand. I
so
understand.
19. She has 19 years old,
Okay.
and
Wow.
but she has a lot of experience. What you know what I said. This thing run in my family, and what I understand is you saw the Taken, the series from Steven Spielberg. The Taken. That girl, they come from another the grandmother and the mother, and there was better and better, perfect, you know. And what I think in my family, my daughter, it's if you talk with my daughter, you don't talk because she doesn't give you answers. But uh, she is better than me. She saw things I can't see. All right, and I believe one day if she got a kids, she will be better than us, you know. And I just give you one example. One day I can give names. I can give that. And I was with my daughter and my sister, and my cousin, and to my niece. We have a dinner, and there comes some guy come to us and talk with us. And after the dinner, I go drive and leave her to her mother. And when I started drive the road, I saw the lights 1986, the missing time. She turned to me and said, "You know, Dad, I can't tell him. I never go see that person again." And this is Sunday, and then I think 65, 60 years old. It's not too old. And I asked her why, but she did that before for four people. All right, this is the
Wow.
number five, and I know. I just asked her, why you said that. I just know. I never. Tuesday, 2 days after, that person died.
Oh,
Wow.
You know,
whoa.
and you know, and
Unbelievable.
it's not that kind of person. Oh, maybe she never go be see it. No, every time we go to the village called Vimiero, it's my parents live. We saw that person, you know, and it's not that kind of person. Okay, you say that because you never go. So you know, and special the first two ones, they were died by car accident, and they were real close to her, you know. And she said, you know, the last time I saw them, I know I never go saw them again.
Wow.
I
Wow.
have
I'll
that
tell you what, this gives
I
me
have that same
chills.
experience though. I kept having so I used to go to Italy every summer for like a month at a time when I was younger, probably starting at age 12, I think. And even the years I didn't go when I got older, I was busy with college and working and stuff like that. Um, I had this friend, his name was Danilo. We were really close. Our families are like close. Um, and I would have dreams throughout the years. Like it happened, I think, for like a few years, maybe several years in a row. And I'd call my cousin, that was his best friend, and I'd call my other cousin, which is his sister, and I'd let them know, like, I just had another dream that he died. But each time he died, it was like in a different way. And so I would say, you need to warn him. And this was before like social media and stuff like that. And I'm like, you got to warn him to be careful because like I just had another dream. And I mean, it's a long story. I'll get into it another time, but it's pretty crazy. And then I kept waking up the same way every time and going to the bathroom and like, putting water on my face. And then like I'd wake up from my dream because I can actually wake myself up from dreams. It's really
You,
weird.
you can see the dreams when it's something they'll be happen. It's a different dream than a normal dream. That's what happened with me. What happened if you have a dream that thing happened? uh, Imagine I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning until like 11:30. I feel tired, you know. And the dream, it's not just one time. It come two, three times. Repeat the dream all. I don't say all night. Of course, it's not all night. But like I said, okay, you must remember this dream, you know. And they said, I remember I was working in the hospital for 25 years, the cardiology area, and I have a friend that work with me. And one day I was asleep. I'm sorry. I have a dream about him. She fall from a castle. We have a lot of castles in Portugal. And in the morning, I told him, "Oh, look, I have a dream about you, and you just fall from a castle, and you be real pretty bad." And then he said, "Oh, no, I don't want to talk about that." After a while, she got a virus, and she almost died. And
Oh,
she go be in the bed for years, and now she was with a wheelchair, and she's real bad, you know. And
Wow.
the dream, and there was a couple, I don't know, week or something like that, you know. And but my daughter is real different. The thing that she has, you know. Now, one day she was wake up in the bed. She was in the bed. She was about 12 years old when this thing happened, and she saw a shadow, a big shadow. She said there must be 2 3 meters high, and next to the window. In the morning, she has three doubles in the shed. And we have a pictures, everything about that.
That happens to a lot
Wow.
of people, by the way. That there's a lot of stories where people talk about that, where they wake up with scratch marks and things like that when they thought it was just a dream. They're like, no, it was real, and then they wake up and it's actually there. That's wild.
I can send you the picture of that.
Wow.
Oh, I believe
That's
you.
I believe you 1,000%.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Listen,
you remember, I have a story because I think it's an interesting story. Two stories.
okay.
If you have time. You remember you
Yep.
told me about the adoptees, you know, and sometimes I have that unlocked memories, you know. It's like I saw something or somebody say something, and it's like I have that unlock, and I start to remember things. You know, I can tell it's true or not, but one thing is true is I never forget that. And one day, the president of the APO, the UF organization, Portuguese, he called me and said, "Hey, look, this is when I met Dr. Gilda was that day. You know, you want to come to Lisbon because we have a meeting, and Dr. Gilda, she go talk about adoptees. If you want to come, well, I go over there with my ex-wife and my daughter. She has about 1 year, year and a half. That what this, and we be in the meeting. I listen to Dr. Gilda talk about adoptees and what they doing. They do that every Saturday. The last Saturday in the month, they do that meetings, and the meeting starts 7 until midnight. And around 9 9:30, they make a break. And that moment, when I was a break and I walk go out, Gilda, Dr. Gilda, say something. I don't remember what. And I got to unlock right away. What I start see, it's I was walking in the ship, and I was in the corridor, and they have the walls. It's all light, white light, and I don't see, but I feel you have two tall, great ones walking with me. This is very interesting. I was past in my right side. They have a room with not well just to place the door, but they have no door. It's open, and I see this empty room. I pass 1 2 3, the number 4 room. I look, and they have a child, all age, all kind age, and I look and I stop, and they have all different race, ethnics, child. Even I remember very well, two kids play with the cubes on the floor, and I don't know if they use diapers, but they were real young kids play with it, and they have another ones, and I remember a girl, and all that ones have a like a rope, you know, white rope, and no shoes, and they have a girl, looks like Native American girl. She look at me, eyes to eyes, and I look at her, and like I know this girl. You know, I have that feeling. I know this girl from somewhere, and I just keep walking, and the unlock just gone. That's it. Well, the
Wow.
meeting is over, and I just drive. And that moment, when I was drive go home, and come in my mind, when this can be happen, what age I have that, if this thing will happen, when? And I start thinking is, I must be a kid because that girl, they must be around 10, 12 years old, no more than that. And when I look eyes to eyes, I look just straight. I don't look above or if this thing happen, I must be that age too. But this I can tell if it's true or not. I can, but because it's unlocked memory.
Or
Yeah.
you could have been
Well,
seeing it through
Lonely.
somebody else's eyes, like a different like dimension or like frequency. Like you could have just all of a sudden tapped into something. Like I think that we
right.
all have that. At least I have stuff like that all the time. So I'm really happy that there's more people out there.
No, like another avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, guys, I got like 5% on my phone. We got to invite Antonio back again
Yeah.
because
I
we're on
discussed
2 hours and I
Listen,
couldn't spend 4 hours there.
Like I said, I want to tell you one thing because it's really important. This one.
Okay.
When the book come, the Portuguese book, they come October 2nd, 2010, and they have some place we say Dolmont. It's a Celtic sanctuary. It's the stones, and they have another stone in the top. It's not like Chromax, like a Stone Age. It's just like a house, but it's made by stone. And I go over there a lot when I was there. And when the book come, and I think one night, I'm go over there and show the book to them. The book after couple decades for the book is done, and I did. I go October 11, 9 days after the book come out. I'm just go up above the dolmen and just sit down. And this looks a little strange, but all my life is strange. Uh, and I have the book. I just take the book on the top of the book and look at the sky. And I ask, now, what's happened? That looks real strange, this story, but let me finish. And I just talk like I talk with you. Now, what's happened? Well, I go do all these years. Now, what's happened? And they don't take, they're real fast. I got a sum, you know, in my brain. They said three things. They said the book, the book doesn't go stop there. The book that go be touching the four corners. I don't know if they use in English that the four corners of the planet. Well,
Mhm.
like like a human being, where you go think, well, there must be maybe a bestseller or something like that, for every people reading. No, it's not that. They happen now with the podcasts talking, and they touch with the internet around the world. And this is
Wow.
the 16th podcast I did in 4 months. 16,
Oh,
1 6
Wow.
in 4 months.
oh
Uh,
my God.
and they come another one. We are in 2010. They said I got a name of a guy, and I said that guy even doesn't believe nothing. That why that thing come in my mind? That name. It's funny because 7 years after I got divorced, and this guy got divorced, and I start date with the wife this guy, and that is the girl. And this is funny because it's after 7 days. I'm sorry, 7 years. I understand, and that is the girl sold the bug.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
now they come another one. There was three times, and they come they said I go met a famous singer in the world, and they say the name, and I said story impossible. I never go met that. This guy is a real famous singer. And there come another message say, no, one day you go met this guy, and I never did, but I believe it. I believe it will be happen one day.
Yeah, one day. Well,
It
listen,
definitely
guys,
will be.
I got 5% on my phone, so we have to cut this now. Don't worry about Dubby. We'll talk about that later. Antonio, thank you so much.
Yeah.
This was very
Anytime.
informative. Would you come back again, especially when a UFO thing happens? Something happens, I'd love to call you and have you on the podcast. Would that be
Okay,
cool?
welcome. Anytime you just can call me.
Awesome, guys. Thank you, guys.
You were gone. I
Thank you.
actually already invited him back.
All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. It was awesome. This is one of our best podcasts. And Tony, I'll send you all the clips when I make them.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you
Thank
guys.
you,
I
Antonio.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Antonio. Nice
Thank you,
meeting
Tony.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right, see you guys.